Howdy mates, how are we doing? Here's like a part 3 video over at the historic Spanish Point. Right now we're actually in one of the Webb family's citrus grove. Specifically, the citrus I'm referring to are of course oranges, because that's one of the most well-known citrus that was grown in the state of Florida. Now, a fascinating thing about oranges, or just citrus in general, is that it's not originally native to North America. Rather, citrus originally comes from parts of Asia and Southeast Asia, and it was introduced to North America as a means of food and even business too. Mostly family business. So basically citrus became a well-known crop in Florida back in the later 1800s. But essentially, like where we're standing in right now, this is basically a packing house. So what I mean by that is this is usually where the oranges were picked, and usually in this packing house is where they would be packed, cured, washed, and then shipped out. And oftentimes they even had these shelves right here, as you can see. These are known as curing shelves. So basically, the curing shelves would allow the oranges to dry up. Because the thing is, when they're filled with moisture, they can easily crack or become broken. So when the skin has a chance to dry, it decreases that likelihood. And rest assured though, these are not real. These are artificial. They're hollow. They're just they're basically replicas. So rest assured, none of these oranges are being wasted by any means. But you figure the citrus industry started from groves originally, and then it became an actual market. But the thing is, though, when it comes to citrus, it's very particular about temperature. You know, they prefer more of the warmer temperature. So as it is pointed out on here, you know, there were various times in the 1800s and even in the 1900s where there would be a large frost that would happen. And usually a lot of these citrus groves winded up dying. And not only that, but to also boot, there would sometimes even be pests that would feed on the oranges before they would fully mature. So, as it approached after World War II, a lot of people started to move down here. So usually, when there's more demand, there has to be more supply. You know, that's one of the most common principles of business. So instead of the citrus industry being just a family thing, it actually became agribusiness. So that means it became more widespread and corporate. So this company became known as the Florida Citrus Commission. And it's very fascinating to think about, you know, the concept of agribusiness. Because when I was in high school for a time, which feels like a millennia ago, I was actually a member of the organization FFA. Now, agribusiness was actually a senior program, but I was only in FFA during my freshman and sophomore years. Now, you may be wondering, like, why did I leave? Well, I left because our particular FFA program was kind of going into the dumps, and essentially the administration for FFA changed, and the person who was the replacement for leading it wasn't really doing a good job. You know, and honestly, a lot of the students, they kept interrupting the classroom time, so it really didn't give much opportunity for learning. So it started to feel more like a waste of time. But here it shows you like some procedures that they would use for the citrus. Yeah. Essentially, citrus now is mostly used for juice. It's over 90%, as a matter of fact. Only the other 10% of citrus is actually used for eating oranges itself. Hold on just a second. So, with that being said, since majority of the market is now focused towards juice, hold on once again. So yeah, since most oranges are focused for juice down in Florida, I actually, for instance, I actually work for a produce company for the time being as a full-time position, and a lot of our oranges that we get are actually from California. But the thing is, those oranges aren't being used for juice. They're actually being used for the bulk fruit. Because down here, you can't really find a distributor that grows oranges just for the oranges, not just for only juice. So that's another thing, too. A lot of our people like our orange juice, that's for sure. Especially from concentrate, too, since, you know, it can be transported further away. So it's, you know, citrus is a big deal, especially, you know, further down south. And it can only grow in some particular climates, and that's it. So that's why usually a lot of shipping occurs. But it's quite neat, even just knowing that oranges are not even originally from Florida, even though we may think they are. So it's a bit ironic. It's all right, you guys. Hope you learned something of value regarding, you know, the citrus industry. It's a unique one, I will say that. So, hope you guys enjoy your Sunday, and Journey on a Journey is outwards. Take care, folks. See ya.